Hello friends, welcome to my channel CanInfo. Today in this video, I would be discussing the common reasons for study permit application refusals. So why study permit application got refused? What are the main reasons? What are the common reasons that we'll discuss in this video, and how we can take remedies to avoid the refusals. So we'll start with understanding the reasons why study permit got refused. So there are very common reasons which are choice of program or study gap, poor academic performance, English language proficiency, financial instability, intent to return to home country. Apart from these common reasons, there are few other reasons which are very uncommon, or what we can say are very rare. These are criminal history, misrepresentation, medical inadmissibility, any deportation. Let's understand all these reasons in detail. So we'll start with the choice of program and gap in study. So the choice of program is a key for study permit application. So your choice of program should be very vigilant. While choosing a program, you need to take care of few things. The first, it should not match with your previous. It should, if you are taking a course that is not matching with your previous qualification or experience, then it is an issue. Again, if it is not satisfying your future aspiration, then again it's a problem. Or the chosen program is equivalent or lower than your previous course of study. Let's understand this. So the first thing is your chosen program should be matching with your previous qualification. That means that would be in continuation to the previous qualification. If you have studied commerce, you should take business or equivalent accounts. You can take program related to your previous course of study. It should not be that you have studied commerce in your previous, then you are taking science. So that is the issue. Second thing, your future aspiration, your future goals, what you want to do after completion of your chosen program. So what would be your future goals after completion of your program? How that chosen program is an asset to achieve your future goals, that you need to convince to the visa officer. The third thing is the chosen program should not be equivalent to the previous course of study. If you have studied plus 2, you should not take program that is equivalent to plus 2 in Canada. Or if you have studied graduation, so you should not take any program that is equivalent to the graduation program of your native country. So you need to take care of all these things. If you do not take care of all these things, there are fair chances that you will get your refusal. So there should not be gap in your study. So if there is a gap, that should not be more than 2 years. If the gap is for more than 2 years, then there are chances that your visa may get refused. Poor academic background. So this is again one of the reasons why visa officer refused the application. So your academics should be strong. So you should have at least 60% marks in your previous qualification so as to avoid the refusal. One. Second one is if you're choosing a program, like if you have chosen business program and you have studied business in your 12th grade. So the grade in your business program that you have studied in 12th, that should not be poor. Or if you are taking any accounts related program in your further studies, so if you have poor performance in your accounts in your qualifying examination, then again it's safe. So you need to take care of all these things. If you're taking any program, so any specialized program, so if you have good grades in that particular program that you have studied in your qualifying examination, that is a good. If you have a poor academic performance in that particular course of study, then there are fair chances that your visa may get refused. So the second one is backlog. If you have any backlog, if you have studied undergrad and you want to go for masters, if in your undergraduation you have backlogs or you have supplementary examination, then do not go for visa application. First clear all your backlogs, all your supplementary examinations, then go for the visa application, else your visa may get refused. And very important thing, the backlogs and supplementary examination will increase the duration of your study. Means if your previous course of study was of 3 years, but you have completed it in 4 years due to backlog or supplementary examination, then again that may lead to refusal of your visa application. English language proficiency. You should have English language proficiency. They have defined few testing systems which you can opt for to get your English proficiency certificate. You can appear for IELTS, you can appear for CELTIP, you can appear for CALE, or PPE or TOEFL. Either of these 5 specified English language proficiency tests, you can appear for any one of the English language proficiency test, and you can score the marks as prescribed by the IRCC. If you have the grade, score, or bands lower than the prescribed criteria of IRCC, then there are chances that your visa may get refused. Financial instability. You should be financially stable in order to get your visa. You should be able to pay your first year fees. You should be able to pay your GIC for the first year, that has been increased to 20k now, which was earlier 10k. So now it has been increased to 20k. You should be able to pay the GIC, which is for the living expenses. And apart from these, you should able to pay the expenses for the second or coming years, or in simple words, for the duration of your study, the remaining duration of your study, you should be able to pay the fees, you should be able to bear the living expenses and all other related expenses. Then only you will get a visa, if you would be able to convince the visa officer that you have a financial strong background, that you would be able to pay for the forthcoming years of your study, and you would be able to bear the expenses of your forthcoming years of study. Then only your visa will be granted, else your visa may get refused. So all these things you need to prove to the visa officer by attaching the evidence of your bank statements, CA reports if required, income tax returns for sure, fixed deposit if you have or your parents have, property papers if required, fee receipts for sure, GIC certificate for sure, and deposits with PO, means post office if you have any deposits like fixed deposits and PO as well, or any other deposit you have, you can attach all these documentary evidence with your application. Intend to return to home country. This is very common reason, or you will find this reason in every second or third refusal letter. So how we can overcome these refusals? So you need to convince the visa officer that you will return to your home country after the duration of your visa, because you have a temporary resident visa and that visa has a validity and has expiration date. So after the expiry of your visa, you will come back to your home country. That means after the completion of your course of study, you will come back to your country, or if required, you will get your study permit extended for further studies, for further higher studies, or if you want to work there, you should have a valid postgraduate work permit and you are working there under that work permit. So you should stay there legally, not illegally. That you want to convince that you will stay. If you have completed your studies, you will be coming back to your, either you will be coming back to your home country, or you are staying there in their country in a legal manner, not illegal manner. So that you need to convince to the visa officer. If you would be able to convince, then it is good to go. There are fair chances that your visa will get approved, else your visa may get refused. So in order to convince the visa officer, you should attach a statement of purpose with your visa application to convince the visa officer that you will return to your home country after completion of your course of study. So these are the common reasons that we have discussed. So apart from these common reasons, there are few other reasons as well. Like criminal history. If you have any criminal history in your country, then there are fair chances that your visa may get refused. Misrepresentation. If you have represented false, means you have put in any false document or any malfunction document with your application, then again your visa not only get refused but also you would be banned up to 5 years. Medical inadmissibility. If you're medically not fit and you have any disease that is a threat to the country, then there are fair chances that your visa may get refused, but that is a very uncommon, that is a very rare reason. So any deportation. So if you have been deported earlier from any other country, so that again a reason to refuse a visa. So these are the very rare reasons or very uncommon reason. So that are not very common reason, and you cannot see these kind of reason in every refusal letter. These are very rare reason, and you can see any rare of refusal letter. So if you want to discuss your case with us, you want us to be involved in your study permit application, you want to ask from us why my study permit got refused and how I can get the visa again. So what you need to do is you need to scan the QR code displayed on your screen, pay ₹99 and book an appointment for 30 minutes with us and send the following details that has been mentioned, like your name, contact number, number of refusals, latest refusal letter, payment confirmation detail at email hello@caninfo.in. We'll reach out to you with all the appointment details on your email, and we can have a 30-minute session where we will discuss why your visa got refused and how you can get your visa again. I hope you have liked this video. Please like and share this video so that it can reach to the every single student who got the visa refusal and want his or her visa approved, and not forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.